I woke up 7 a.m., got out of bed, I took a shower, got dressed, I went to the kitchen, made coffee. My wife Helen was still asleep. Okay, this is my wife Helen. He's making an introduction, so from now on we expect you hear Helen. We know who Helen is.
Yeah.
I packed my briefcase, went to the office. Okay, all's good. I was at the office all day until I returned home 5:30. I asked my wife if she wanted to go out to dinner. Now she's my wife again instead of Helen. He's backing up. She said yes. I said, you better get the kids. And she said she would. We took the kids and ate at Burger King, big spender.
Yeah.
We arrived home at 7 p.m. We walked our dog, Bucky, introducing the dog, and we watched TV until 10 p.m. and then she and the kids went to sleep. I locked up the house and put my guns in the gun cabinet. Whoa, time. What guns? You haven't talked about guns all day and now we got guns out? Where did the guns come from? And then I went to bed at 10:30. Wife and kids went to sleep. He went to bed. There's a difference. Tuesday, got up 7 a.m., took a shower. We dropped our pronoun. No, I got up.
Yeah.
Got up, took a shower. I told her someone has to clean the hallway because Bucky the dog made a mess. So he's introducing Bucky again as the dog. We already know Bucky's the dog. I went to the kitchen, made coffee for myself. That's why I have that blocked, is myself. She's not going to want coffee when she gets up? Well, we learned earlier that homicide victims rarely talk to the police, so I guess homicide victims don't drink coffee either. My wife Helen was still in bed. In bed. The night before, her and the kids went to sleep. Today, she's still in bed. I packed the briefcase. It's no longer my briefcase. On Monday, it was my briefcase. Today, it's the briefcase. How come you're breaking the tie with your briefcase? Because you have the murder weapon in it? And you're going to get rid of it while you're at work? Why is it how come you're breaking the connections? I'm not sure what time I left for work. But I was at work all day. So he's wanting to make sure you know he was there all day. I didn't have time to leave to dispose of any evidence or come back home and check on everybody being dead.
But I'm sure ready for that.
I worked all day because it was his busy day, and he dropped the pronoun again. Worked all day instead of I worked all day. I returned from work around 5:30. Dropped the pronoun again. Opened the door, went inside, walked upstairs, straight to the bedroom. Okay. Is that when you get home every day, do you come in and go straight to the bedroom? Is that your MO? And if it's not, how come today when you got home, you went straight to the bedroom? Not that there's anything wrong with it, but something to explore. What's the standard protocol here? Do you always come in and go straight to the bedroom? Because your shoes hurt your feet and you want to get them off, or why today? I saw her body on the bed and thought she was just napping. Her body. No, it's not Helen anymore. It's not my wife anymore. It's her body thought she was napping. Bodies don't nap. I remember walking up those stairs thinking, it's so quiet now. That's a weird thing to think. It's so quiet now. So it's extraneous information, but it's also very telling information. I shook her body, not Helen, not my wife. I shook her body, and that's when I saw the blood. I got really scared and screamed. Oh my. So he's trying to interject some emotion that he's not, the requisite emotion for his wife being dead is not there, but he's trying to inject it with, I was really scared and screamed. That's when I noticed the gun beside her, and the gun cabinet was opened by somebody. What somebody? You the night before, you didn't put them all away. I did not see the children. Breaking that tie to the kids. I do not know where the children are now. They were such good kids. Past tense. Any other thoughts or questions about this one?
I'm wondering if
Could you tell them that?
sorry.
Go ahead, Bill.
I'm wondering if the lack of the dropping of the pronouns is another way to speed through this, because they want to get through it if they know they got something to hide.
That might be part of it, but I think the dropping is removing personal responsibility from it, so they're just wanting, there's tension in the story because they know she's dead here, he killed her, so let's just tell the story and take me out of it.
Are you familiar with this case?
No.
I'm just wondering because he talks about briefcases in places. First day, he packed a briefcase, went to work, came home, and they tell us what they did. Nowhere did he do any work. The next morning, he got up and packed the briefcase. The briefcase has something to do with it.
And the first day was my briefcase, the second day it's the briefcase. I think the briefcase is because it has a gun in it that he also used to kill his wife and kids. He left a gun on the bed, it was looking like it was supposed to be a suicide, I guess. But I think the briefcase has evidence in it, which is why he broke the tie.
So Richard, the vicious timekeeper speaks.
Okay, so we'll skip through this one. This is the case Bill referenced. No, this is not the case Bill referenced, I'm sorry, it's another homicide. This statement here, the guy that did this homicide is in Texas for life. He's in prison for life in Texas, and we've never recovered a body. So when you use statement analysis at the beginning of the investigation, or whenever you get involved in it, at the beginning, before you have that face-to-face interview, get them to put it on paper, or get them to talk to a recorder, preferably handwritten on paper, but if not, a recorder. Do your analysis, then have the interview, and it's going to make that interview a lot more impactful, because you'll know where to attack in that statement if they lied to you. You'll know where to attack those areas. If the analysis doesn't reveal anything, then you know you're talking to a truthful victim, and you can take it from there. But you'll know where the lies are and where they're not.
Sometimes do the physical reactions not match what they're saying? For instance, Susan Smith, when she killed her children, and she went on television, and she developed this whiny voice and stuff, but she had no tears when she was, please bring them into, children.
Yes. In fact, I'm trying to remember the county in Washington, Thurman County in Washington is working a case where a mother killed her 2-year-old. It's been on Nancy Grace lately.
I live about 2 houses from there.
That detective was in a leadership class I did over in Seattle a few weeks ago, and we talked about that case in reference to this, and she's sending me the interviews and the statements from that. She said in their interviews, they would ask her a question, did you have anything, they would ask specifically about her beating the child, did you strike the child this way? And her answer would be no, but her head would be doing this. So the demeanor, the actual doesn't match the words. And they said she was, I'm really anxious to get those in the mail, because she said it is a textbook case of the verbal not matching the physical.
You're telling, this is the current case?
Yes.
Yeah, you would have to know if that's gone, if she's in assigned counsel.
I have no idea.
Okay, obviously, this is an 8-hour class and not a 40-hour class. So, are you going to be able to stick around for a few minutes?
Yes, Bill's been through the class, so he can answer questions too, so you can grab either one of us and
Okay, probably questions.